Have you ever wondered what keeps our world in motion? What if, for just 5 seconds, it all came to a halt? Imagine Earth, spinning at over 1,000 kilometers per hour, suddenly stopping dead. In that instant, everything not anchored to bedrock would keep moving. Buildings, trees, cars, people, hurtling eastward at breakneck speed. The air itself would become a hurricane, scouring the planet clean in moments. This isn't science fiction, it's physics in action. The energy of Earth's rotation is immense, quietly governing our days, nights, and weather. To stop it, even briefly, would unleash that energy in the most destructive way imaginable. We never feel the Earth spinning, but we're all passengers on a colossal silent spaceship. Our atmosphere, oceans, and everything on the surface move with the planet at tremendous velocity. If the planet suddenly slammed on the brakes, everything would be thrown forward with unstoppable force. The 5-second pause would be pure chaos, followed by an equally violent restart as the planet resumed spinning. The forces would tear the crust apart, generating unimaginable friction and heat. The ground could liquefy, and massive earthquakes would ripple across the globe. The end of those 5 seconds wouldn't be a return to normal. It would mark the beginning of a new, even more terrifying phase of destruction. Our world, as we know it, would be broken beyond recognition. In less time than a breath, everything would change forever. The unthinkable pause would be the ultimate catastrophe. Now, consider the air. Our atmosphere spins with us. At the equator, that's about 1,670 kilometers per hour. If the Earth stopped, the ground would freeze in place, but the air would keep moving. This would unleash the most powerful wind in history, a grinding wall of destruction, not a breeze. Cities would be obliterated in an instant, skyscrapers torn from their foundations, forests flattened, and mountainsides stripped bare. The kinetic energy would ignite global firestorms, as friction between the wind and ground set continents ablaze. The destructive power is hard to overstate. Imagine a hurricane 5 times faster than anything we've ever seen, everywhere at once. The air would carry rocks, trees, and debris, turning the sky into a weapon. The sound would be a deafening, continuous roar, a sonic boom circling the globe. After 5 seconds, as the Earth lurched back into motion, the ground would slam into the still-moving atmosphere. This would create even more turbulence, friction, and heat. The atmosphere would become a chaotic maelstrom, with continent-sized vortices and pressure changes beyond anything we know. The sky would be filled with fire, dust, and violent, unpredictable winds. Weather as we know it would be replaced by chaos. The world would be left scarred, its surface scoured clean. The aftermath would be a planet unrecognizable, battered by the very air that once sustained life. The scouring wind would be the first act in Earth's undoing. Nothing would be left untouched. Why would this happen? It all comes down to inertia, the resistance of objects to changes in motion. When you're in a car that suddenly stops, your body lurches forward. That's inertia. Now, imagine that on a planetary scale. Everything on Earth, oceans, air, people, is moving with the planet's spin. If the ground stopped, inertia would send everything flying eastward at hundreds of kilometers per hour. This isn't magic, it's Newton's first law of motion. The Earth's angular momentum is colossal, a product of its mass, size, and speed. To stop it instantly would require an infinite force, impossible, but if it happened, the consequences would be absolute. The momentum of every object must go somewhere. With the planet stopped, that energy turns everything into a projectile. We're all just passengers on a spinning sphere, held by gravity but subject to the universe's fundamental laws. Inertia is usually invisible, but in this scenario, it becomes the agent of total destruction. The laws of motion that keep us safe would, in an instant, become our undoing. It's a stark reminder of the power of physics. Inertia is the silent force behind the catastrophe. The oceans wouldn't be spared. Their immense mass and momentum would send them surging eastward as the seabed stopped. This wouldn't be a wave but a colossal surge, entire oceans sweeping across continents. The Atlantic would wash over the Americas and Europe. The Pacific would flood Asia and North America. These tsunamis would carry debris, grinding everything in their path. Coastlines would be erased, new canyons carved, and geography rewritten in minutes. No high ground would be safe. The flood would be global. Friction between the moving water and stationary seabed would generate intense heat, boiling vast quantities of ocean into steam. The sky would fill with scalding vapor, adding to the chaos. After 5 seconds, as the Earth spun up again, the water would be hurled back, creating a second set of massive tsunamis. The oceans would slosh violently, flooding and scouring the land again and again. The cycle of catastrophic floods would ensure nothing survived. The oceans, once the cradle of life, would become agents of planetary sterilization. The world's waters would erase billions of years of evolution in moments. The planet would be caught in a relentless, destructive tide. Fire would join the destruction. The sudden stop and start would generate global friction, enough to ignite the air and spark firestorms. The crust, torn by immense stresses, would melt from below as the mantle and core kept spinning. Volcanic eruptions would explode across the globe, turning the surface into a molten hellscape. Lava flows and firestorms would raise temperatures to unsurvivable levels. Any land not scoured or submerged would be incinerated. The atmosphere would fill with ash and smoke, blocking sunlight and plunging the world into toxic twilight. The air would become unbreathable, laced with volcanic gases. As the Earth spun again, one side would face the sun, the other darkness, disrupting the day-night cycle. Extreme temperature gradients would fracture the crust even further. The planet would be cooked from inside and out. The surface would be a wasteland of fire, ash, and molten rock. Life would stand no chance. The world would burn as never before. At the 6-second mark, Earth would be unrecognizable, a wasteland of scoured rock, boiling oceans, and molten lava. The atmosphere would be a superheated soup of dust, ash, and steam, racked by storms and lightning. The blue-green planet we know would be gone, replaced by a bruised, glowing orb, shrouded in toxic haze. Only microbes deep underground might survive. All surface life would be extinguished instantly. Humanity's legacy, cities, art, knowledge, would vanish without a trace. The planet would be sterilized, reset to a geological blank slate. The magnetic field, disrupted by the chaos, would leave Earth exposed to deadly solar radiation. The planet's orbit and tilt could shift, making seasons and climate unpredictable, if any climate remained. The 5-second pause would shatter the foundations of planetary stability. It would be an extinction-level event, erasing the biosphere in moments. The aftermath would be a testament to the power of physical laws. Our world's delicate balance would be lost forever. The pause would mark the end of life as we know it. After all this, here's some reassurance. This scenario is impossible. The laws of physics simply don't allow a planet to stop spinning and restart. Earth's angular momentum is immense, and conservation of momentum is one of science's most fundamental laws. To halt the planet would require an external force beyond imagination, far greater than anything in the universe. There's no magical off-switch for planetary rotation. Collisions with other planets could alter our spin, but never in a clean, instant stop. Earth's rotation is stable, only slowing gradually over millions of years due to the moon's tidal pull. Earthquakes and other events cause only tiny, barely measurable changes. The forces that govern our spin are reliable and predictable. The 5-second pause is pure thought experiment, a way to appreciate the invisible forces shaping our world. It highlights the importance of inertia and momentum in dramatic fashion. By imagining the impossible, we better understand the reality we inhabit. Our planet will keep spinning, and the balance that sustains life will endure. Imagining such a cataclysm lets us see Earth as it truly is, a celestial body governed by the same laws as stars and galaxies. Our stable rotation is a rare gift in a universe often violent and chaotic. Look up at the night sky. Every star is a sun, many with their own planets. Some worlds spin rapidly, others are tidally locked in eternal day or night. Studying these exoplanets reveals the staggering diversity of worlds and the delicate balance needed for life. The stability we enjoy, our day, climate, and magnetic field, is not guaranteed elsewhere. It's the product of a unique history and precise physical circumstances. This cosmic perspective is humbling and inspiring. The same laws that could destroy us also hold galaxies together and allow life to emerge. The universe is not chaos, but an elegant system of rules. By understanding them, we see the beauty and order that make our existence possible. Our world is a marvel of cosmic engineering. The laws of physics are both our safeguard and our greatest wonder. What can we learn from this hypothetical apocalypse? It's a reminder of nature's power and our own fragility. We live on a spinning rock, protected by a thin atmosphere, in a universe of immense energies. The steady spin of Earth is a silent miracle, a dance of momentum and gravity that makes life possible. This thought experiment should spark curiosity, not fear. It invites us to ask, why does Earth spin? How rare is a planet like ours? These questions drive science and exploration. When you watch a sunrise, remember, you're witnessing our planet rotating toward the sun at incredible speed. We are all astronauts on spaceship Earth, moving through the cosmos with grace. Let this inspire wonder and a desire to keep exploring. The universe holds mysteries far stranger than a planet that stops spinning. Our 5-second pause was fiction, but the awe it inspires is real. Let it fuel your curiosity for the magnificent, mysterious cosmos we call home.